Hey everyone. So a while back I watched a video. Um, there was a guy that came up with a way to make these values here to tell you whether or not something is valuable to mill or not. And basically, I went ahead and imported his stuff, and I'll try to post a link to the video that he made, because it's actually really informative. But I was going to add to it with my video. So basically the idea is like what you want to calculate whether or not Death Blossom is valuable to craft or not. So what he ends up doing is he creates a group called herbs. He's got Death Blossom in it, and then he's got you can come up with whatever auctioning operation you want, but the main thing that you want is this mass mill Death Blossom operation, and you can actually create one on your own, and you can put in whatever you want to in here. But the main thing is what he did is he came up with he was using like a dB min buyout for luminous pigment, umbral pigment, and tranquil pigment. And so if you actually look at Death Blossom, if you multiply 0.006, actually you get like 0.12, but I think maybe he was using 0.005. So, and if you multiply 0.15 times 20, which is what happens when you mass mill, you get 3. So 0.15 times 20 equals 3. And then if you go to these others like marrow root, 0.105 is like 2. It's like 2.1. So what I've done is I've created a custom string called spot price luminous, which would have the dB min buyout of the luminous item ID. So that's the problem too, is when you're trying to read these things, it's like what is, you've got all these numbers and stuff, and it's like I don't know what luminous refers to, what number luminous is. I've got an add-on that tells me what the item ID is, but what I want to do is maybe make this a little bit simpler. And what if I want to change it from dB min buyout to something else? So, and that's where the kind of the power of custom strings comes in. So what I've done is I've created basically 3 custom strings: spot price luminous, spot price umbral, spot price tranquil, and I'll show you those in a second. So just wanted to make sure that this is correct. So you actually get more umbral ink from marrow root than you do luminous, and I think that's actually a mistake. If I didn't mess it up in the process, then that could possibly be a mistake in the guy's algorithm that he's using. So anyway, I wanted to go to my custom strings here and take a look at these values. So luminous ink, we'll just go up here, or luminous pigment, it has an ID of 173057. So I just want to make sure that this is correct. You can edit it and look at it. So 057057. So what I'm actually doing is posting like a dB min buyout. So I don't typically go out and say, oh hey, I'm going to go mass mill all this because it's profitable and I can sell it. What you want to do is up to you, but you might want to either take just dB min buyout, or maybe you want to take the max of these two. But I have people that what they do is they post stuff at like ridiculous levels, price levels. So like right now luminous, I think luminous pigment is a little bit high, but like if you go down to what I was just on marrow root. So if I use dB min buyout, well, what was it? Rising Glory, I think. Okay, well, it's actually reset. So when I actually looked earlier, Rising Glory was really, the DB min buyout was a lot higher. So it actually would kind of calculate that as being a lot more valuable to mill. So if you want to actually go out and mill this, and let's maybe take a look at Nightshade, that might actually, no, 85. Well, and that's pretty close to what I pay for it anyway. But so yeah, I'm taking the minimum of those two. So anyway, so kind of to sum it up, and you know, I do a lot of these videos on the fly, so it's not like I have a script or anything. One thing you can do in a lot of these situations is create a custom string, a custom source, give it an actual human readable name. You know, hey, this is for luminous pigment, and I could have maybe added pigment to the end, but I like things short anyway. And then you can go to your operations, and so that way when you actually see these values in here, you can kind of figure out, okay, hey, that's what these are representing, you know. And so instead of getting all confused with the numbers and stuff. So anyway, I hope this helped, and like I said, I'll try to post a link to the video below. But the video that I'll be posting, or the link to it, kind of talks about how to make these numbers realistic, because all of them normally they show like a negative profit, because this TSM for whatever reason thinks you're getting one Nightshade out of 20. So it's a little confusing. So anyway, I'll talk to y'all later. Take care.